Hi, I'm Jay, and today I'm going to talk to you about Super Clean. It's a fantastic cleaner degreaser. They have their original cleaner degreaser here. Here is an aerosol form, and they have recently expanded their product line to include a new foaming spray over here as well. Let me tell you a bit more about it, and then we'll test it out. Super Clean says it dissolves grease super easy, super fast. And yes, that is absolutely true. Of course, you want to always follow the directions. Basically, what you're going to do is spray the cleaner on, and then step 2 is to leave it sit there for a few minutes to let it work. After that, you're going to agitate the surface. Depending on what you're cleaning will depend on what tool you're going to use to do that. And then step 4 is to simply rinse it off. You'll notice also that all of these have biodegradable detergents, so it's also safe for use in the kitchen. Super Clean also has a tire and wheel cleaner, which is not shown here. It's the winter time now, so it's cold out, and I won't be going out to clean the car today, but they had reached out to me to show some more uses of their products, so I figured we'd start in the kitchen here, and we'll test this out. Here is my kitchen oven. It's absolutely filthy. This, of course, is the glass. That's what we're going to concentrate on today to try and clean up. Now, what's on here is what you would typically have in your average kitchen oven as far as burnt on, baked on, grease, splatters, who knows what else from any food that has been in the oven over the years. My oven has a self-cleaning feature, and while I did use that when I first moved into this house, I don't feel it's actually a great idea to use it in this day and age. This stove is pushing probably a good almost 25 years old, and the heat that exhausts from the oven is up top where the control panel is, and if that bakes the circuit board too much, it may not work again, and finding parts may be scarce. So we're going to do this manually. I'm going to be using the standard Super Clean cleaner on the right. The foaming one on the left, like I had stated before, is a new addition to their product lineup. And basically when the product comes out, it foams up, and that will help it to cling to the particular surface. Being that this surface that we are going to be cleaning is horizontal, we're going to leave it just like that, and we don't need the effects of the foam for it. So let's go ahead and spray that on. We'll apply a generous coating of Super Clean to the oven glass. And now I'm going to leave that sit for a few minutes to let it do its magic. Okay, now I'm going to start scrubbing this, and I'm going to be using some quadruple zero steel wool. Generally a Brillo pad will work fine. That happens to be what this is, so we're going to do that. Now, I will state before I get started here that I do not have high hopes for this. And the reason I say that is because this has been baked on and burnt on for at least 15 years. I had used the self-clean function of the oven when I had moved in, when the stove or the range was a lot younger, but I don't feel it's a good idea to do that now. So I'm going to just go ahead and scrape away, and hey, we're getting stuff to come off here. Now, like I said, this is not going to be a perfect job, and it's going to take a lot of work to get this all cleaned up. But you can see already in the area that I've cleaned that this is done quite well. I'm going to leave this for a bit, and I'm going to work on it off camera, and we'll see what I come up with when I'm done. In addition to the steel wool, I'm using a razor blade scraper, and you can see right there that is working absolutely fantastic all around. The Super Clean, I mean, look at this section here. It's really something to be said about that. I'm going to keep working on this for a bit longer, and I'll get it about as clean as I can, and then we'll take a look at the finished result. Quite frankly, I think it speaks for itself. It's not perfect by any means, but you saw what it looked like originally, and this is a far cry from that. It is much, much cleaner, much better all around. And just to show what it removed, that was my first application of it. I then went and did a second application right there. You can see all of the grease and burnt on stuff there. And then finally a rinse with water, and I'm still getting stuff off. So this worked absolutely fantastic. Completely blew away my expectations for this all around. While there's more work to do, obviously, I still have a spot here and here and here, and there's about a million others all around. This went far and beyond what I ever imagined it could possibly do to help clean this up. I'm going to give it another rinse in that and do a little bit more work on it, but all around this passed the test with flying colors. Now we're going to try this grate over here. This is a covering for an inlet vent on a fan. It's hard to describe this thing. I've never seen another one like it. It's a fan that you could mount under the cabinet in your kitchen, and I never did that, but I only use it infrequently because my range has a proper range hood that vents outside. However, I use this fan next to an electric skillet in which I fry stuff, and this also has been going for a good 15 years or so without ever being cleaned as well. The grease that's on here is sticky and horrible. You can see I could scrape it off with my fingernail. It's just there, and it collects dirt and everything else. And the whole rest of the unit needs a good clean as well. But still, I think this would also be a fair comparison. So what we're going to do, once again, is spray it down. Give it a nice coat of that. And we're going to leave it and let that soak for a bit. I have a scrub brush that I'm going to hit that with, and we'll see how I do in the end. Wow, I didn't even leave this sit for very long at all. Really about 30 seconds. And I just took that because it's in the kitchen already, instead of my, running all around the house to find a different brush. That was here. And I just did this section. Once again, it absolutely speaks for itself. That is absolutely fantastic. Great all around. I'm going to continue on with this and clean it up. Again, I'm not looking for a perfect factory finish on it, but still, you can see we're going to make some great improvement. Color me impressed. In fact, color me purple. Fantastic. I never imagined it would even come close to looking that good. This looks practically brand new. That is absolutely amazing all around. I cannot believe it cleaned up that well. Just like the oven also. For both of these use cases, it worked absolutely great. So, if I could use that on the oven, and I can use it on this grate here, imagine what it can do when you have a sink full of dirty dishes. Yes, remember, it is biodegradable, so it is safe to use for that. All around fantastic. It is very rare indeed that you find a product in this day and age that lives up to its name, and indeed Super Clean has done so once again, and it has blown away my expectations on both of these particular tests. Super Clean products are available at many of the big box retail stores out there. You can also find them in many auto parts stores as well. You can, of course, always go to Super Clean's website, and I will leave a link to that in the video description. And you can also purchase some of their products from them right on their website. Thank you so kindly for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.